Hello everyone and welcome back to Ultimate Fox Simulator, and we are here with Eclipse, who has been out on her own for some time. Has she unlocked any new coats? I'm just going to take a look at that. We'll go ahead and switch her to this coat because I think, I'm going to put it more towards the middle because this is a little bit closer. Now, unfortunately, we don't actually have the ability to change the lightness of the coat. You can only change the color. And so we can't make her more dark, but she is eventually going to be a black fox. If you've seen her thumbnail image, she's going to end up looking like that. I think, though, that's the last coat we unlock. Let me just see. Yeah, you can see that's the one we get at level 40. So we have to get her all the way up to level 40 before we'll be able to unlock that coat. So for now, we've got a lot of work to do because we're only at... What level are we even at? Oh, and there's a wolf up there. Okay, we gotta be careful. So we're at level 11, so that's not bad. It's a good start. But we do need to make sure that we're continuing to grow and level up and get stronger. Now, Eclipse is still out on her own. She hasn't found a mate yet. She hasn't found another fox that she has wanted to take as a mate. She's so far been chasing every other fox she finds out of her territory, and she probably will go on alone for some time here. Alright, let's do that. I'm gonna drop this, and if the wolf shows up, because I did see a wolf in the distance, if the wolf shows up, we're gonna run away, because as a lone fox, we really can't afford to be picking fights. Oh, there's a chest in the water, too. But yeah, as a lone fox, we really can't pick fights with larger animals. That's something you have to have more than one to be able to do, really. Otherwise, you're going to get into some serious trouble. So we're not going to be doing that right now. Are we able to get to this chest just by getting close to it? Oh, yes, we can. Okay. Oh, experience. That's always going to be good. Never gonna complain about getting experience. Okay, and why are we now under the water? Why are we now under the water gliding around? This is not normal. That's a crocodile. I'm gonna see how strong it is. I can't imagine it would be very fast. So we're gonna just see if we can get over to it. Or is it an alligator? I can't actually tell. You can mostly tell the difference between them by looking at the snout, and I can't see yet. I think it's an alligator, actually. We're gonna just see, though, because it doesn't seem very fast. So if it does come after us, I imagine, like, if we do get into trouble, I imagine we can get away. Let's just see. It's probably gonna be pretty strong. Alright. Yep, it is pretty strong. Okay, we might be able, although we might actually be able to just skirt around it like this. Alright, he's gonna do some damage. Yeah, we don't even have to run to get away from it because he's so slow. If we just keep doing this, we can continue to... Okay, there we go. We can just slowly wear it down. Look at that. We can even just go right around it like that. That's wonderful. This should not be too terribly difficult, I think, if we can just manage to... Oh, and not get stuck on the tree. Don't get stuck on the tree. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, that was almost bad. That was almost bad. This is when it's not so easy. Okay, let's go this way. And we can keep fighting. Alright, I'm gonna back off again and just heal up a little bit more. And then let's see if we can finish this guy off. So if we play it smart with something like this, then we actually can manage to fight off the larger creatures in some cases, if we can get away from them. Now, probably you're not going to see a fox taking down an alligator like that in real life. I can't imagine that would be a common occurrence. But this is a game, and we're using our trickery and cunning to be able to evade. I mean, sometimes, probably not to that extreme, but animals can be pretty smart and figure out how to do some pretty cool stuff. You see it a lot if you hear about crows and ravens. You'll hear a lot about them coming up with very unique and somewhat unconventional methods to reach their goals, like to get food. I know they have been documented to, like, take a hard-shelled nut that they can't crack open with their beak and to drop it in traffic when at a stoplight when the light is red, and let the cars run it over and then come pick it up again at the next time the cars stop. So birds especially have been documented doing stuff like that. Oh, pardon me. Sorry about that, but as I was saying, they can be quite smart. Not quite smart enough to evade us here, it seems, but they can be very smart, and I'm sure they're not the only animals. I know they're not, and so I imagine that foxes could probably be pretty smart and be able to figure stuff out too. Maybe it wouldn't mean catching an alligator, but I imagine they could still do some pretty cool things if they could figure out a way to accomplish them. So yeah, animals can be very smart like that, and they can figure out unique ways of problem solving, and that can be pretty cool to see. But for us in this world, that's going to mean finding unique ways of evading predators or of fighting them and dealing with them in a way that's going to let us be able to survive. Because right now we don't have any other family members. We don't have a skulk. We're out on our own, and if we're not careful, that could be very, very dangerous. But I think it will. I think if we can figure out some ways to problem solve like that, we'll be able to manage on our own for some time. Now, the reason I have Eclipse out on her own like this is because it gives us a chance to have a little bit more variety and a little bit more playstyle as well. And I honestly just don't feel like Eclipse is at a point where she's ready to take a mate anyway. She's naturally a little bit more reserved and a little bit more, like, I don't feel like she would immediately bond with a potential mate. I think, she might even, as we go to look for a mate, we might even have the other fox in our family for some time, kind of like they're traveling together, and kind of decide then if we actually want to keep a mate. I feel like she would be very slow to actually settle down and decide that she wants to take a mate or not. Alright, let's quickly... If the other one shows up, we're going to run. Alright, we're going this way. This works here as well. These guys are not super fast, and that gives us a nice time to be able to heal up. But yeah, I don't see her bonding with a potential mate right off the bat. I see them probably traveling for a while together at the very least before she'd be ready to make such a big step as that. And I don't see her even being ready to consider a mate at this point in time just yet. I think she's going to spend some time on her own just learning how to survive before we would have her actually take a mate. I don't know about Jedrick. Jedrick's a little bit younger, so it might be a little bit of time for him as well, but he's a lot more outgoing and a lot more happy-go-lucky and friendly. So I could see him being much more open to taking a potential mate more right off the bat, instead of kind of being a little bit more cautious and hesitant like Eclipse is probably going to be. So we're probably going to spend quite a bit of time with her playing by herself here, and with her surviving alone before we would actually before we'll actually take a mate. So don't worry, I'm sure at some point we will, maybe within the next season. But for now, oh, are those wolves? Those are wolves. Well, they do have some food. Those are just mushrooms. They do have some food. Oh, and there's food over there, so maybe we'll sneak up on them and see if we can manage to get some of their food and to steal it from them. Because I imagine that is something a fox would do, that if a fox could get some carrion that another animal had killed, I imagine they probably would scavenge off of it. If they had the chance and could get in secretively. And in fact, we do see that quite a lot in Wolf Quest, where you'll actually notice that the foxes, oh, and that's a bear. So there are bears that have a kill up there, and there are wolves as well that have a kill nearby. We're going to be kind of careful. I don't want to get in a fight with a bear. If we do happen to get in a fight with a bear, we're going to run for it, because I don't think there's a good way we would survive. But yeah, so we want to be pretty cautious, and that's something that I imagine that that we would see foxes doing, would be to scavenge off the kills of other predators, especially those who can handle taking down larger prey, and anything that's left behind, probably, really. But you do see that a lot in Wolf Quest, where if you have like an elk carcass or a hare carcass, you'll see that sometimes the foxes will show up. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Oh, this was not a good choice. But that actually, that may have worked, because I don't know if the bear can get through there. But we're running for sure. That is not something I want to mess around with. We're going to go scooting out of here. They were not happy about that. Oh, and there's a fish a land fish, a flying land fish. And what? What? No! I don't want to bond with a flying land fish. What happens if we hit bond? What? 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 No. Okay, no. I'm sorry. And you're not a dinosaur. You're a fox. Oh, that was random. That was very, very random. I think she's a little bit confused by what just happened there. Oh, that's not quite what we're looking for. I think sometimes this game gets a little bit confused about which animal to put where, and for some reason the fish get a little bit glitched out sometimes. But yeah, I don't think Eclipse wants to bond with a flying land fish turned fox. I think that would weird her out, and she'd go nope and run away. But yeah, we're definitely gonna keep trying to grow and improve our skills. We're at level 12 now, and oh, we're out of stamina. We might be able to find something else to eat and to scavenge off of it. It's not quite as fast to level up outside of the farm, usually, because the farm seems to be the best place for leveling up, because there's just so much stuff concentrated together. You can pretty much just run around and find whatever... you can pretty much run around and there will always be something near there. So we may head back there for the last part of the episode and just see... Oops, let's not get stuck there. There's another den. We're not going to explore that just yet, though. We're going to go back this way and see if we can get towards the farm and maybe take a bit of a break to get some berries there as well. I think we found some out here, but there's definitely a lot more there, and we do know that Eclipse loves her berries, so I think she'd be a little weirded out by all this romping around in the wild with the fish foxes. And I would probably kind of return to more familiar ground. She does know the farm quite well and has gotten quite used to scavenging around there and hunting a lot of the animals there. So I think she'd probably head back towards familiar turf. Nope, we're not messing with that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really just don't think we could accept a fox that was a fish that somehow died and then turned into a fox. Pardon me. I don't know why my phone keeps going off, you guys. I'm sorry. It won't leave me alone today. But yeah, so we'll catch maybe this deer as well on our way back. But yeah, I don't know. That seems a little bit strange. I don't think I don't think Eclipse would quite be ready to to take a mate like that. I don't think that's quite how it's gonna happen. But yeah, so interesting things happen in these woods sometimes. Sometimes they're very, very interesting. But we're going to head back to the farm for now and see if we can level up at all there. Because I think this place is someplace she knows. She knows there's a lot of food there, and she's certainly not going to complain about the chance to have a few berries while she's over here. But we'll probably try to not spend all of our time at the farm, because it kind of can get to be same old, and we don't really want that to be the case. We do want to try and keep some variation in what we're doing here, and so I think we're going to, we're not going to be, we won't spend all of our time here at the farm every episode. She did spend several episodes here just to get started, but as she grows and gets stronger, we're going to be venturing out into the wilds more often, and she'll probably try to see if she can get used to fighting with some of the other predators more, and if not fighting them, finding cunning little ways of being able to take them down. But for now, this farm is kind of where she retreats to when she's ready to settle in and come home. This farm is familiar ground, and so it's kind of her fallback spot when she's done being out there, and that may not be such a good thing. That could get her in a lot of trouble if it does happen that humans are still here. But I'm pretty sure this farm really is just kind of a feral place that's kind of like the animals are still here and they're surviving by their own means, perhaps. They maybe just become feral. Alright, let's see. There we go. We can catch the pig. There we go. Pigs are bad news, but if you can perfect pounce them, they're not too bad. There are some snakes over there. Maybe we'll see if we can fight some of these snakes, because that's a little bit more wild prey. And they do tend to be a little bit glitchy, and why are we flying? Strange things happen in these woods again. Oh, hey, let's back off for a moment, and then we'll fight. If we can. It's a weaker snake at least. Oh my gosh, okay, I'm actually a little bit worried now. I think we're alright though. And for once, we don't have the snakes. Snakes tend to glitch out when you catch them, so they actually stuck around this time, which is good. A lot of the time, they'll kind of just vanish, and you don't actually get to eat them, so that was kind of good. But yeah, so we're going to see if we can catch anything else here in this farm. And there is a pig there, alright. Whoa. Alright, oh boy, we're chasing this horse all the way out into the open. And... perfect pounce? Yes, perfect pounce. There we go. And again, a fox would probably not be killing horses. If there's just very... the chances of that happening under pretty much any circumstances are probably slim to none. But this is a game, so it's not going to be perfectly realistic. And it's gonna stretch the bounds of what we would see in real life at least a bit. So let's see if we can catch up here. Oh, hey. Okay, chicken, if you're going to stop running when you're being chased by a fox, then that's survival of the fittest. And we do have points, so I'm going to keep raising our speed because I think that's something that's going to work to Eclipse's favor. She's going to be kind of a very fast, and she's going to be very fast and not quite as strong, probably. I imagine if she's going to be living alone, is probably going to turn more towards evasion than to actually be ready to fight. She's probably going to be doing more running than fighting. We can upgrade this a little bit. We can't upgrade this. Oh, we can upgrade this. Okay. So we can get it to the second, although we probably didn't actually need to do that. Are we able to perfect pounce a moose? Nope. Okay. Are we able to outrun a moose? That is my next question. This moose is actually not doing all that much damage. This moose is actually not nearly as strong as I thought it was going to be. Are all moose this weak? Haven't we gotten killed by moose before? This is something that I can't imagine ever happening. Oh my goodness, I don't think a fox could ever really take down a moose. I mean, if you even just think about these guys in Wolf Quest, they are so strong that even the wolves have a hard time dealing with them. But I guess in this world, maybe moose are a lot weaker, and I don't know. It doesn't. This game doesn't quite apply to Earth logic all the time. Let's just see if there's one more, because any extra experience we can get is definitely welcome. There we go. Maybe it scales depending on the number of foxes you have, too. I don't actually know. This is a level 15, so if we're going to have problems, it's going to be here, because this is the strongest one we've dealt with. But again, not that difficult. Maybe it's because Eclipse is so much smaller and quicker. She's kind of just running around, nipping at its heels and running circles around it, that it just can't even really get to her. Because she's avoiding it so well. But I think we're probably going to end up wrapping up this episode here anyway, because it is about that time again. So let's just catch the sheep. Come on. Oh, or fight the sheep. That works too. Sheep aren't all that bad. Alright. Here we go. But we're going to go ahead and end off this episode here for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay. Over and out.